Aqua Teen Hunger Force is not only one of my favorite shows ever, but it was also my first real introduction to the weird world of Adult Swim. And I'm positive this series was also a gateway for many of you watching this video as well. It's a phenomenal and extremely surreal series that has spanned over 2 decades, with 12 seasons, 2 movies, and loads of characters. I mean hundreds and hundreds of insane characters. So I figured it would be fun to not only revisit this incredible series, which I do like 5 times a year, but to also rank almost every character from it. Now, here are the rules. The categories of this tier list are S, A, B, C, and D. S stands for super f***ing fantastic, and D stands for dang dog, what the hell. Minor characters and off-screen characters won't be included in this ranking, although I'm definitely going to break that rule because some minor characters, like Carl's dad for example, are pretty intriguing. Duos, trios, or groups of characters will not be ranked separately. For example, Dr. Weird and Steve, the Moonanites, the Appliances will not be split up and ranked individually. Overall, my ranking of these characters will be based on design, personality, and whether they actually do anything to enhance the plot or not. Also, disclaimer, my ranking of these characters is subjective. You may or may not agree with the positions of where I place these characters on the graph, and that's totally okay. Just be respectful, and hey, if you want, comment below your own ranking of these characters. But with all that said, let's aim for 80 likes and dive right into this video. Dr. Weird and Steve.
What the hell? Please run! Damn it!
You know what, I'm just gonna say it right now. These two are going in the S category. I don't even believe I need to explain myself because 99% of you guys would probably agree with this decision as well. Dr. Weird and Steve are an incredible duo. If I were to rank these two separately, I would still probably keep Dr. Weird in the S category while maybe dropping Steve below to a bottom A or even a B. But you know what? Together, they're pretty hilarious and they play off of each other pretty well. The Dr. Weird and Steve cold openings from the first couple of seasons of Aqua Teen have a very special place in my heart. However, movie film is where these two diamonds shined the brightest. Is that a Rihanna song? Shine bright like a diamond or whatever. Dr. Weird had more screen time to be dangerously insane, and Steve was even given a moment to throw down with the biggest narcissistic drink cup in the whole universe. So yeah, Dr. Weird and Steve, they're going right in the S category. Bam! Rabbot.
Rabbot?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You know, despite Rabbot being the first real villain that the Aqua Teens face in the series, I just don't think they're a super interesting character. The design of Rabbot is pretty simple too, which isn't a bad thing. You know, I love minimalism, but because the character lacks any real personality besides repeating Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and also because we don't see Rabbot as much as other characters, I'm going to drop them down to C. I'm not putting them in D because Rabbot is still super iconic and doesn't deserve to be in the D category. You know, the D is reserved for, wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that so it doesn't sound like I'm making a penis joke. The D category is reserved for characters that are kind of boring to me, which hurts to say. Trust me, it really kills me inside to say that Rabbot is boring because I genuinely love Rabbot as well as tons of other characters in the series, even the ones that I'm putting in D, but obviously I can't just put every single character in the S category and call it a day because that wouldn't be fair. So Rabbot's going in C, and you guys could crucify me in the comments if you're not happy with that decision. Flargon, Dingle, and Merle.
You're not even Irish!
People might kill me for this, or they might not, I don't really know, but I'm putting the Leprechauns in the B category. I really enjoy Flargon, Dingle, and Merle's personalities, their character designs, and overall dynamic. Flargon, essentially being the leader of the Leprechauns, Dingle operates the Rainbow Maker, and Merle is the only human and also happens to be the smartest of the group. It's shocking that none of these 3 characters ever really make appearances in the series again besides the episode The Last One, as well as maybe a couple minor cameos. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the first 2 seasons of Aqua Teen really brewed up a lot of classic characters that I just kind of wish we saw more of. So if Dave and Matt ever get picked up for season 13, which I am still manifesting, I hope they'll maybe consider bringing some of these classics back, like the Leprechauns. I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot of potential for some of these other characters. Moth Monster Man.
What do you want from me?
I want the light turned on.
Moth Monster Man, voiced by H. John Benjamin, is pretty interesting. He makes his debut in the episode Bus of the Undead. He was another product of Dr. Weird, and he doesn't make a lot of appearances in the series either, but I definitely think the design as well as H. John Benjamin's voice will definitely influence where I decide to place this dude, bug, man, monster, moth guy. You know what? I'm thinking that Moth Monster Man is going straight into the B category. I enjoy his appearances and cameos a lot. He's just a chill Moth Monster Man. Well, I say chill. He did lay his eggs in Carl. But you know what? Hey, if you don't want trouble, just let a moth lay eggs in you. It's really not that difficult. Brownie Monsters.
Okay, Brownie Monsters.
God, I'm hungry. The Brownie Monsters also make their debut in the episode Bus of the Undead towards the very end. The monsters then reappear in the last one before making some minor cameos in other episodes, and I'll be honest, I love the design of the Brownie Monsters, however, they just don't really do anything. You know, they're just existing, thanks to Shake. I would love to put these guys in a higher category, but I think they're gonna have to take a trip down to D-Town, baby. Ignignock and
Okay, that'll do.
Spoiler alert, the Moonanites are S-tier characters, so we could just go ahead and jump right into the next character. Look, everyone knows about the green and pink retro-looking aliens Ignignock and even people who have never seen a single episode of Aqua Teen in their entire existence. Shout out to Boston. If I were to rank duos or groups separately, Ignignock and would still end up in the S-tier category. Ignignock is pretty patriotic about being a Moonanite and is also a total asshole. Meanwhile, constantly talks smack about everyone to their faces, but in my opinion is a little bit more rational. Both of their personalities work perfectly together, and to be honest, if it wasn't for the episode Mayhem of the Moonanites, it probably would have taken way longer for Dave Willis and Matt Malero to figure out Aqua Teen's whole shtick. Which, by the way, Matt, if you're seeing this video, what's up, man? Guys, do me a favor and check out Matt Malero's YouTube channel. This isn't sponsored. He didn't tell me to shout him out or anything. I've just been really enjoying the content he's putting out on his channel, and obviously I've been a fan of the guy since I was a kid. And from the various interactions I've had with him on Twitter and YouTube, he's just a very nice guy, so please go give him some love and tell him I sent you. Balloonenstein.
Oh no, the wind's picking up. Well, that's good, right? I mean, he's out of our hair.
This decision might make some of you old Aqua Teen fans pissed off, but I'm putting Balloonenstein at the bottom. The big old D, baby. That's mainly because Balloonenstein, who first appears in the episode of the same name, isn't really alive. It's just a giant balloon animal harnessing a lot of stored energy. And look, the design is pretty cool, but the character, if you could even call it one, just doesn't do a whole lot besides float. So hopefully you guys could see where I'm coming from. Ole Thorp and Emy.
What is that jostling?
Everyone loves the Moonanites, so believe me when I tell you that I'm about to piss off a whole lot of people with what I'm about to say. Unpopular opinion, or maybe popular, I don't really know. I love the Plutonians just a little bit more. For starters, their designs have always been super cool to me. Like, I dig their spiky bodies and their, sweatbands. Their personalities always get me too. Like Ole Thorp's whole, I know everything, I'm smart, I'm the greatest. Like his whole uptight and narcissistic personality really reminds me of Shake. And as much as I give Shake a lot of crap for being such an ass, I still love him. And I love Ole Thorp too. He's also voiced by Brack. Like it doesn't get much better than that. On the other side of the coin, Emy is obviously the more intelligent of the two. He's just very laid back, chill, and I think he would be the perfect person to have in a blunt rotation. He just radiates good vibes. I also believe he wouldn't be an antagonist in the series if he wasn't friends with Ole Thorp, but they say that opposites attract, and in the case of these two, I believe that statement to be true. They just work really well together. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit biased with these two as well. Space Conflict from Beyond Pluto was, believe it or not, the first episode of Aqua Teen I've ever seen when I was really young. Shout out to my nephew, he was there. So that definitely plays some influence in my decision making. So yeah, these two are going to Hollywood. I mean, they're going in the S category, and you can't stop me. You can't stop me. Old Drippy.
There's no time. Here, Shake. Eat my head.
Old Drippy, who makes his debut in the episode of the same name, is one of the most wholesome and lovable characters in all of Aqua Teen, and he deserved better. Poor guy died a hero, sacrificing himself to heal Shake and Also save his dumb ass. Now with the lack of continuity, old Drippy is definitely still hanging around New Jersey doing whatever it is that he does. I love old Drippy. Design-wise, he's pretty simple. You know, just a blob of mold, penicillin, whatever. Which, you know, kind of makes me want to gag, but I digress. I'm putting him an A. He's just a sweetheart. He made lemon squares for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday meeting on the moon. Like, what kind of person does that? A very nice person. And he's a goddamn hero, so please pay your respects in the comments below, even though he is still very much alive in the Aqua Teen universe, because nobody truly dies in the Aqua Teen universe. MCP Pants.
I think that's a giant spider.
You're right.
MCP Pants, Sirloin, Little Brittle, Seabag, the Spider, the Cow, the Worm, the Old Man, the Vampire, the Fly, MC Chris. No matter how many times you kill this bastard, he always comes back as something way more ridiculous. Holy shit. Wait, hold on. Vampire MCP Pants is kind of giving Dracula Flow vibes.
Ah! The worms are back!
Wow, that's incredible. Holy shit. I'm a huge fan of MCP Pants, who first appears in the episode of the same name. MC Chris just brings so much life and energy into this character, and his music is also pretty fire as well. If I had to pick my favorite form of MCP Pants, I'd say the Spider, just because that's what he was first introduced as, to me at least, and also in the series, and the design of the Spider is really fucking cool. MCP Pants isn't the most upstanding character in the ATHFCU, or the Aqua Teen Hunger Force cinematic universe. I know you guys understand that I'm just joking around, but I'm explaining the joke for that one viewer from Guadalajara before he starts commenting. Anyways, MCP Pants isn't the most upstanding character in the series, but I almost feel bad for how many times he dies and gets sent back to Earth as something completely ridiculous by the hands of Satan. Like, do you guys remember when he was sent back as a cow and he was taken to a slaughterhouse? Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna put his ass in the S category. Not because I feel bad for him, I mean I do, but he's just a great character regardless, and he deserves to be put in the S tier. Happy Time Harry.
Hey, that milkshake's got no guts, man.
David Cross, enough said. Okay, Happy Time Harry, the Highlander, or so he thinks. The very, troubled toy, if you want to put it that way. He's appeared in the episode Dumber Dolls, and has made a few minor cameos in other episodes, and of course he returned in an Aquadonk episode, which kind of acts as a continuation of the Dumber Dolls episode. I like David Cross. He's a great actor, very talented man. He's also bald. I know to many of you, none of this matters, but to me, I sort of feel a connection to him that I don't believe many of you will be able to relate to. Where are my fellow bald patrons at? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, consider me biased for doing this, but Happy Time Harry is going in A. I don't like him as much as these guys, but I like him a lot. Jiggle Billy.
Come on, y'all. Commence to jiggling.
Jiggle Billy is another doll from the episode Dumber Dolls as well. Although Jiggle Billy seems a bit more optimistic about life compared to Happy Time Harry. He's made several other cameos in the series as well, and he's just a bundle of joy. I mean, look at him go! I love Jiggle Billy's design and his positive nature, but since this character kinda lacks a lot of personality, I'm sadly going to have to shove him almost to the very bottom of the toy crate, aka C. Major Shake.
How's that plan going?
What plan? Look, they know. They can see the real Shake over there in your friggin' disco light.
Major Shake, the clone of Master Shake, was a product of the Plutonians who appears in the episode Bad Replicant, before appearing again in the last one, and I think he also makes a cameo in Anubis. A lot of characters make cameos in Anubis, it's kinda cool. Major Shake isn't the most diabolical villain ever created. In fact, he's pretty laid back, chill, and really understands that the Plutonians are kinda dumb. Now, call me crazy, but I love Major Shake's design. I think what makes the design of Major Shake for me are the fucking high heels and the melted boombox sticking out of his torso. He almost resembles how I probably drew Shake when I was in elementary school. You know, just a complete mess. I know Major Shake doesn't have a lot going on for him, but I think he deserves to be in the B category. He's great. Randy the Astonishing.
No, of course not me. Now you get the hell out of here before I rip out your brain.
Randy, the Prince of Jupiter, who first appears in the episode Circus, is the alien originally on a mission to infiltrate the human gene pool, who runs a really crazy circus featuring an inside-out boy. Oh my god. He was also a member of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for a bit. And look, I love all of the alien races in the series, but unfortunately, Randy just isn't my absolute favorite favorite. The Moonanites, the Plutonians, the frat aliens, they all trump Randy, both design-wise, personality-wise. But that being said, I like Randy more than the Wrench aliens, and what the hell did these guys even do again? They move boxes back and forth. I don't know where exactly Randy would rank when compared to like the Japongoloids and the Fraptaculans, because I haven't gotten that far yet, but like when I do, I'll let you know. All that being said, Randy's design is pretty cool. He kind of reminds me of me whenever I wake up hungover, dehydrated, and craving orange juice, whatever the hell that means. I'm not going to be super harsh and throw Randy in the D category, but I don't know if he's really B material either, so I'm just going to put him in the C rank. I think C is a safe place. Love Mummy. Love Mummy, who first appears in the episode of the same name, is, well, pretty simple, if that makes sense. They're just a mummy who is found in the crawl space of the Aqua Teen's house. They constantly threaten to curse anyone who refuses to obey their orders and demands. Love Mummy is, you know, basically an asshole. They only really appear in the episode of the same name with minor cameos in like Rabbot Redux, and I think they appear in like the Zombie Ninja Pro-Am video game. Design-wise, Love Mummy looks like a mummy, you know, nothing crazy. I don't think Love Mummy is the most boring character in the series, but I also don't believe they're really anything special. And it pains me to say this because I genuinely like every Aqua Teen character, except for this asshole, which we'll cover in a future episode. So I'm gonna throw Love Mummy down in the C category as well. The www.yzzerd.com.
Contact him with instant pestering. It's only an additional $9.95
What
a month.
no, did you not understand? I want to speak to your supervisor.
The www.wizard.com. We're going to refer to this guy as Wizard, just for the sake of this part of the video. The Wizard is a giant bearded internet human appendage-looking dude that creates hundreds of annoying pop-up ads and tries to sell the Aqua Teens ludicrous internet packages. He only appears in the episode Interfection and also in a flashback in Grim Reaper Gutters, but flashbacks don't count. Interfection was one of the first episodes of Aqua Teen that I saw as a kid, so I do have a bit of a soft spot for the Wizard. I'm definitely a fan of his character design, although I'd be lying if I said that I knew exactly what part of the human body he was based on. To me, he resembles a leg and a foot, but according to the Aqua Teen wiki, he's a forearm. So I don't really know, like, what the hell is he? I just wish he had more screen time, though. I'm gonna throw the Wizard into the C category. Romulux.
What's wrong with your elbow?
Oh, you didn't get that surgery. I'm sorry.
We don't have insurance.
Romulux is, he's kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. He first appears in the episode PDA, but only towards the end of the episode. Then he appears in the episode The Last One, sporting Oog's outfit, and makes a quick cameo in The Greatest Story Ever Told. He's pretty uptight, a little bit narcissistic, but not like Shake or Oglethorpe. Like compared to Shake and Oglethorpe, Romulux isn't funny. Shake and Oglethorpe are really funny, which is what makes up for their uptight, narcissistic nature. I won't lie, I was just never really a huge fan of Romulux. I never believed he was super interesting. Maybe it's because he's a snob. Maybe it's because his character design isn't super unique, because I mean, he's just a tar-looking monster. And for that, I'm going to drop him down to the big old D. I don't think Romulux has any redeeming qualities, but maybe one of you in the comments could persuade me. Svetlana.
Вы Mr. Shark?
Yeah, that's my name. Now fix my dinner.
Svetlana, the Chechenian mail order bride who steals the hearts of Carl and Shake in the episode Mail Order Bride, is an instant D character for me, and let me explain why, okay? You only see her in Mail Order Bride, and even then, she's only visible in less than half the episode. Her character design's really cool though, I'll give her that. But again, she doesn't have a whole lot going for her besides that, and I don't think I could really rank her any higher. George Lowe.
Misters and Mrs. Bortowski.
It's Breton and Analuski, and you get the hell out of here.
So, George Lowe, you know, the voice of Space Ghost on Coast to Coast, and various other Adult Swim originals, has played multiple versions of himself throughout Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I thought about how to tackle ranking George Lowe, given that he plays different versions of himself throughout the series, and although it might seem a little bit unfair to lump all of George's characters together, it's probably like the easiest way to approach this. So George played the DJ Mail Order Bride, the Standards and Practices host in Gee Whiz. He did play himself in Antenna. He played the policeman in Rubberman, Fry Legs, A P.E. Christmas, 100, and The Greatest Story Ever Told. He played the pinball repair guy in Egg Ball, the attorney in Juggalo, Mr. Beefy in Alan Part 2, and he also played the mall cop in Rabbot, not Rabbot, if you count this as a separate character from the policeman. And yes, George also narrates certain episodes and plays off-screen characters, but those don't count in this ranking. And while he did play Space Ghost in movie film, I'm not counting that either. And he also voiced Jet Chicken, but that is an entirely different character. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I love George Lowe. I mean, who doesn't? The guy is a legend, so it would be a disservice to rank him any lower than S. If I had to pick a favorite George Lowe character from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I would definitely say the policeman has stolen my heart. He's just hilarious. But yeah, George Lowe and all of his characters combined, they're going in the S category, and you can't stop me. The Cybernetic Ghost of Christmas Past from the Future.
Thousands of years ago, I ran for treasurer of student council.
The Cybernetic Ghost is undoubtedly one of the most popular characters from the series. He's just a crazy robot who tells ridiculous fake stories, produces menthol smoke,
The quickening of the dragonoid.
Smooth and mentally.
and he could also do this, which is really cool. My favorite Cybernetic Ghost appearance is in the movie film, because he's given so much more screen time, and he's seen interacting with tons of characters that he's never talked to before, and is shown to be one of the most insane and very horny characters in the history of the series. He tries and acts very serious, but just comes off as completely hilarious. That's why I'm putting the Cybernetic Ghost in the S category. I don't really know what else to say. His design is great, he's funny, he's great. Glenn Danzig.
That robot came with the house, and now he's gone. If you see that mother... we'll tell him.
The idea of ranking Glenn Danzig in an Aqua Teen character ranking video is really funny to me. Like, it's not wrong or anything. Glenn is a character in the Aqua Teen universe, but I just think it's going to be hilarious to rank real-world people playing themselves in the series. Anyways, Glenn Danzig, musician, founder of The Misfits, appears in the episode Cybernetic Ghost of Christmas Past from the Future. The reason why Danzig even shows up in this episode is because Carl's pool fills with elven blood because the property was built over some elf graves. So Glenn Danzig buys the house from him and installs a sprinkler system to enjoy the blood to its fullest potential. Now, Glenn is definitely playing a more exaggerated version of himself in the series, but I'm a very big fan of this version. His character design looks badass too. Like, this character model is what I wanted to look like growing up. I think the B category would best suit Danzig. While we only see him once, he just makes a great first impression. Carl's dad.
You can't eat carpet, silly daddy.
No, of course you can't like that. You gotta boil it till the glue gets soft, you know?
Last but not least, to wrap up the season 1 cast, we have Carl's dad. Daddy Brutana Nadolutsky. Nobody has ever said that name right in the history of mankind, by the way. He's a character who only appears in the Cybernetic Ghost episode and doesn't really play a significant role in the series besides feeding Carl carpet for Christmas. I would consider Carl's dad to be a minor character, but I wanted to rank him anyways. Honestly, he's a D character. We only see him once for like a minute, and he's definitely not winning the Father of the Year award, especially for making Carl eat carpet and working a job while underage. But you know what? The minute that we spent with him in the Cybernetic episode was a funny one. You know what? I'm putting him in C. He's a C character. He's not the worst character ever. The worst character is this guy, which we'll talk about later. At least Carl's dad is funny. Well, it took a while, but those are all of the characters from Season 1 of Aqua Teen that I wanted to rank. Listen, this ranking almost every Aqua Teen character series is definitely going to take a long time to complete, but if you guys enjoyed this video and want part 2 sooner rather than later, drop a like. You know, maybe we could go for 80 likes. And as I said previously, if you want to share your character ranking in the comments below, go for it. My ranking is completely subjective. Not all of you guys are going to agree with me, so again, feel free to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Anyways, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new around here. Click the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload a brand new video. Follow me on all of my social links and join my Discord server. The links are in the bio below. Have a fantastic day, everyone, but please remember that I really, really hate this character.